Okay, Crazy. Now going to get caught out of position. Gets himself underneath the turret, but does have to use the flash. Wow.
I think of Braum is a very strong laner, but it's not working. It's in the mid
Wow,
lane.
yeah, Riftwalk comes in and Trick just picks it up. The coolest game of tennis I've seen for a long time, and that's first blood.
That was really... We've accepted volleyball, by the way. Get to see the replay. Like you say, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows the soldier position. There's Trick. Make a use of splash, but no ability to get out from that one. Let's die from the auto attack following.
And to get out of the way, Sandsoldier's coming in. You have to remember, he doesn't have a lot of damage. Oh, gets on top of Faker. He's got Riftwalk, but he gets pulled back. The rocket jump comes in. He's so far away from his base as Ghost flashes in, grabs the kill, and Faker 100. Yeah, that is a huge deal. We've got Impale available from Trick now as well.
Walks up for the steal.
Yeah, Blank not going to be able to get it. Glacier's going to go down to half, and Faker wants to try and find his flank. Wolf over to the side as Ghost jumps over. Wolf in a lot of trouble. That's the first dragon going over to SKT, but the quickness comes down. They're looking for it from Ignite. He just explodes, but Wolf is going to be traded. It is support for support, but Faker's still alive. Ghost gets delivered an ace in the hole and gets very annoyed at 10.
Because he walked over Vision.
They got 3 members in the mid lane. Now Blank's going to turn up. Okay, the 2 members have now been spotted out in the pit. There's now Trick. He could be in trouble, flashes his way over. They do group up with the team. Ghost just straight up kills Bang. All right. It's not taking as much damage as they'd otherwise like. Miasma not in a brilliant position, but SKT get themselves over. There's the delivery, is jumping into the back line. Trick able to lock down the Cassiopeia. We knew one of them was going to die as Faker is just going to burn to death by Ignar, and Ghost wants kill after kill. Never have even died. I don't understand how that even happened. We'll see whether it was just every single time in this series.
Let's go all the way over here and consider what happened. That's the initial burst, and then Ghost had plenty of wheat picks this morning. Just assassinates him in the back line. Cassio and Faker on the Kassadin. It's going to be tricky.
Yeah, well, they're just going to grab Faker. Nice double knock up, and Riftwalk is going to get Faker out of the way. Wolf getting a lot of money's worth for his Unbreakable, but it's not going to be enough. Ghost, 3 items, so much damage, and Crazy comes in and says,
onto the Braum. Ignar's here!
Flanking, Grand Entrance doesn't do it, but the quickness is going to bring Tal over. He flashes out. Seraph's Embrace a little bit early. And Redemption, BBQ looking for the turnaround. Crazy. That actually, look at this guy go. Just hacking down that inhibitor.
He has so much attack speed.
Yeah.
He's going to get it too. Oh, he got distracted.
No.
He got really distracted.
No. He needs to do the loop. He's trying to dodge out of the miasma.
He's just not a man with a plan, it seems like.
Well, I mean, Tal, what is he going to do? Have an evil conversation with it? It's not like he can hurt the guy.
Well, it doesn't kill the inhibitor, and that's the bigger problem for the side of BBQ. So
control wards everywhere, so any extra... Okay, Blank. Couple more autos, and he's just dead, and Ghost is going to be able to pick that one up. The Q does SKT do 4v5 against this comp?
He may not be Brolaf, but he was a bro in that one. Unfortunately for the enemy team, he gets caught. They're going for more. They want to close the game with this.
Yep, Call of the Forge God can get eaten by the Unbreakable, but they just wanted to kill the Braum. Trick jumps his way forward. They find Kassadin. Grand Entrance for the follow-up. See you later. And there it is. They just deliver all of the damage from the magic damage dealers into the backline. Yep, Olaf is going to come back in, but the solo laners aren't here. And look at the damage to these Nexus turrets. The first one died in an instant. The second one going to follow suit. The Olaf is going to follow even faster as Wolf with the Unbreakable. It doesn't matter. You can't defend. You're dead. Nexus now as BBQ upset SKT in one of our longest nights we've had so far.
A massive upset by BBQ Olivers, and the effect it has on the season for both is palpable. SK Telecom T1 are now still a match behind Rocks Tigers with 3 to play. Both of them play KSV. Maybe SKT want to have the biggest heist to make it to playoffs. They could try to beat KSV and hope KSV can take down the team of BBQ, but you see Wolf head in hands because he understands that suddenly it's not in the control wholly of SK Telecom T1. Suddenly, they need results to go their way. And this season that has gone so far off book for SKT, the hype train is off the rails, and there's not really much else to say. They need things to go their way, and SKT's squad, when you think about how much they had to toil to beat BBQ, even if they pull off the majesty of stealing a playoff spot, that grand final in Busan on the 14th of April is looking so far away.
Yeah, being a match behind Rox is just so devastating now for SKT. The difference is between an MVP versus a Jin Air Green Wings. And if you can't take down BBQ, it's just going to be an awful time. Rox Tigers looking to actually make their way back in. You remember they stole that match off KT. Certainly wasn't something that SKT could do.
So hard to watch some of these players. Very emotionally affected because, of course, it went so long. Game ends after midnight, 20 minutes past midnight local time in Korea. Wolf being consoled by his team, the BBQ players smiling, but they also know they've been through a war, and their war is not over. They still have to fight. They still are not clear of the relegation spots. They'll feel good about beating SKT on the day, but it feels like we watched the first part of an epic because there's still sequels for both these teams to be followed before we truly know what this result tonight means.
Yeah. And all the games that we saw tonight were super interesting. We haven't seen a lot of what has been happening today throughout 8.4. It's like everything took a turn for the weird on what was second last week, first day at OGN. I seem to have some sort of blessing. I can give you guys the most League of Legends ever, almost consistently.
And this is the fans at home. See how frustrated Blank is on your screen. He knows the fans will have plenty to say about him, but it was a team effort to go through the problems that SKT have, a squad effort. They've had so many different combinations of players, and none of them have hit big. But it's starting to hit the players where they are at. SK Telecom is looking outsiders to make top 5 after being the second place team in the world at the World Championships in Beijing in front of the biggest crowd that's ever been there.